Jim, I'm going to ask you about plastic pitches, first of all.
Just when we're about to face one.
Just when you're about to face one, but I think you managed Queen of the South for a year when you had one as well. How did you find it?
How did I find it? Our boys were used to it because I'd taken over a group that had been playing on it for a year. So it's a different surface. You know, I found it fine, but I think at the top level, then I don't think it should be allowed. That's my personal preference on it. But you know, I can understand clubs at the lower levels putting that in because obviously the revenue that it brings. You know, you can rent it out and it does give you a bit of extra money. So I totally understand the reasons for it. But I think at the top level, you know, there is enough revenue to be had that it should be grass pitches.
But when you look at even Champions League, Europa League matches, World Cup qualifiers, European Championship qualifiers, I mean Scotland I think are going to be playing one in Kazakhstan next month. The quality of these pitches is improving year on year, is it not?
Well, my big gripe about plastic pitches is they're all different. You look at the pitches in our league, for instance, you look at Kilmarnock's, which is totally different to Livingston's. You know, having been to Falkirk several times and Queen of the South, which we've been on this year, they're all completely different. There isn't one spec that is the same, you know, and that's where I have an issue with it. If it's going to be allowed, then it should be the same spec everywhere, you know, so that then people ask you about whether you're going to train on the plastic pitch leading up to the team that you're playing on, and sometimes, you know, I wouldn't train on it the whole week because my players aren't used to training on it the whole week, and I know there's a difference in terms of how their bodies feel to how they feel by training on a grass pitch, because that's just what they're used to. Now, if you're training on it regularly, at Queen of the South we had to monitor our training times, we had to watch because there was, as I say, it's easier, it's harder on the body, you know, and that's where I'm not a fan of it. I wasn't a fan of it as a player, and I'm still not a fan of it as a manager, but I do understand why clubs that are not in the top league have it.
There doesn't appear to be any medical evidence that backs up the fact that, you know, that there could be injuries by playing in these pitches. So that's why I think UEFA and FIFA are not pushing them, but saying, look, they're fine.
Yeah, I can understand that argument because there isn't any data there to back it up. I'm giving you personal experience for when I played on them, and I'm giving you the experience of the feedback for our players when they've been on them and how their body feels. So you won't get any player at any club who's got a plastic pitch coming out and saying their body feels different, because that's going against their employers. That's a fact. So the guys who are getting asked this question today, you know, will get an honest answer.
How have you prepared then for Saturday?
Trained in grass, but I have trained on Astro previously. But as I say, the Astro tough pitch that we have in Dundee, we've got a couple of options, are completely different to Livingston's. You know, so it doesn't make a difference whether we train on grass or Astro, unless we've got the exact replica pitch that they've got. Then for me it doesn't matter.
So finally on pitches then, if there was a uniform type of surface that was to be used throughout Scotland, just keep it to Scotland at the moment, would you be happy for that?
Not at the top level, no. I think it would be better, but I still don't think it should be at the top table.
Have you yourself personally and the players that you've worked with over the years experienced any really bad situations with regard to a plastic pitch?
I've had my physio saying, look, we need to limit the time he's on that. Now, you get players who have chronic injuries that train in grass all the time as well. So again, is there any evidence to support that? No, I wouldn't say so. Have I seen any or had any of my players with real bad injuries that I've not had bad injuries on a grass surface. No. So that's not my gripe. My gripe is just about the standard, that they should all be, the criteria for each pitch should be the same for me. You know, because I think it was widely recognised in the Championship that Falkirk's was the best. They'd went to, I think it was Holland at the time. It was totally different to Queen of the South. And to be fair to Queen of the South, theirs was ripped up after a year and relaid again. And while we were down there, it is better. And as I say, I do understand that the low level, where they're not bringing in a lot of income, that is a really good source of revenue. But for me, top table, I don't think it should be allowed.
And of course you face Livingston this weekend. How important is it that you get the 3 points to push your way further up the league?
It's very important, you know, and it's going to be a really tough game. Livingston have got a fantastic home record. You know, they've done fantastically well this season and are a real credit to the group. You know, so we know we're going to be facing a team that, you know, you have to win individual battles all over the pitch, you know, to give yourselves an opportunity to win in the game. They've got players who are very good in the final third and can score goals, so we've got to make sure that we nullify that. But equally, we want to build on our performances, you know, build on, you know, some really strong play in both matches, in our last couple of matches, and try and turn that into 3 points rather than 1.
Do you feel, Jim, that you maybe just need a win to kind of spark things to life? Because like you say, there are signs of a kind of green shoot of recovery.
I think it's going to go right to the wire. That's what I think. You know, I've been in this situation before where you can go on a run, but I've also been in it where, you know, from week to week things can change. You know, for us, we've just got to look at the next game and try and win the next game and then move on, which is Hibs after that. But full focus on Livingston, try and get the 3 points, you know, and hopefully the other results go your way.
Do you see yourselves as being in a sort of mini league of 3 with Hamilton and St Mirren? You need to try and win that league and then you stay up?
That's exactly it. You know, I've already said that in previous comments. We are in a 3-team league, you know, to stay out the playoffs, to not get relegated or to finish 10th spot. You know, nothing's going to change for those 3 teams because I just think there's too much of a gap now between the 4th and bottom team.
Speaking about positives, a real positive in one of your new arrivals, Andrew Nelson, 3 goals in 5. You must be delighted with him.
Yeah, he's been very good. He's young, he's raw, but he's got that enthusiasm to learn. And obviously, he gets the headlines last time out because of his 2 brilliant, you know, finishes. And we see him do that on a regular basis. So, no, we're hoping that Andrew, along with the other strikers, can supply the goals that's going to keep us in the league. And
another new arrival, Stephen Wright, as head of academy, somebody you know very well. What impact are you looking for him to make?
Well, Stephen, he, first and foremost, is, you know, knows the youth setup very well, you know, and he's got great experience at that level, having been the head of Fife Elite, and then obviously been on to Rangers. He done the same job for me at Dunfermline, as well as working with the first team when we first brought him in. So he's got a wealthy experience. Stephen's skill set is managing people. He's brilliant with people, you know, and he's inheriting a good setup. Jimmy Boyle done a great job with the youth setup here, you know, but with Jimmy coming on board with me, it was important we filled that with somebody who's got a bit of experience and, as I say, excellent with people, good on the training ground to, you know, help our other young coaches. So looking forward to having him on board.
And team news for the weekend, how are things?
It's pretty much similar to where we've been. Robson missed out last time. He's done a couple of days training, so hopefully he'll train again tomorrow and he'll be okay for the weekend. Andrew Nelson's had a bit of a knock. We'll see how he is. He should be okay right enough. And just the longer term casualties and Josh Meekins, Jack Hamilton, Andrew Davis.
Jim, do you have an inside track in how Livingston play because you've got Kenny Miller? Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think Kenny was there for a short period. Obviously, he knows the squad inside out by training with him for what was it, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, but I think Livingston haven't changed too much in what they've done over the last couple of years, which brought them success.
No secrets with them, is there?
Not at all. No, they're good at what they do. You know, and as I say, I think people shouldn't get mixed up with. They've got some good players as well. It's not just about getting the ball long and squeezing and you know, I've seen them score a brilliant goal against Rangers. With Declan Gallagher nutmegging the boy in the corner and providing it for Dolly Menga. So no, there's some skillful players in the squad.